They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you started to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know the old-fashioned board, how you rip and tear, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife across the cabbage is all that's necessary. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is known as the Champeen Vegetable Mincing Knife and Noodle Cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles at home, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to the dough, and as you roll it over the dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips, 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? Well, I've seen ladies chop nuts and the nuts land up on the ceiling. Sometimes you chop the ends off your fingers. When you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup, making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine, instead of crushing the parsley, cuts it quick, clean, and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now, to clean this machine, you press the button. Rinse it out in a little water. When you're through using it, hang it up and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian scoop. You lay it flat, once to the right, once to the left. When you scoop them out, you'll get a perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these, cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, Mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons. Makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here is a tool, ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water. Why, around canning season, when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now, here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife, so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go around the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven. Catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness, Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls.
Hey everyone, how we doing tonight? Let me double check what's going on. My earbuds are giving me issues again tonight. Let's get our music going here. Let's try and reconnect these once again, see what happens here. Yeah, what's going on here? That's just weird. I'm still not... And there it beeps like it's reconnected. There we go. Let's hope that doesn't disconnect again here in a minute. So, KFC Extra Crispy Chicken is an ingredient night. Welcome in everyone. Welcome back Leo Zio, Huberman. Who else was here? I saw someone else in here. It was Charland. Welcome back in. My earbud just disconnected again. I don't know what that deal is. Let's try switching earbuds here. See if that works better. And that didn't work either. What was that? What do we got going on here? Why is this failing on me? Why you no connecty? That's not working either. So annoying. Oh well, guess I'm doing without hearing what's going on tonight so I don't hear alerts. So we're doing with KFC chicken. We got some chicken. And I'm gonna make Japanese. It's been a fad online for people in Japan who absolutely love KFC to cook their rice with KFC chicken in the rice to flavor the rice. So I'm going to give that a shot, and then I'm going to use that rice to make a KFC chicken burrito. We got some guacamole ingredients. I've got leftover salsa. I've got should be a good time for that. And then lastly, I'm going to try and make a no-bake cheesecake using the actual chicken and using the crust as for the crust of the no-bake chicken, no-bake cheesecake. So we'll see how that works out. I got some, excuse me, I got the hiccups going here. I got these cutesy little 4-inch individual pans. I think that might be just perfect for one of these little guys to give that a shot. See how that works out. It sounds savory, but we'll make it sweet. So, welcome in everyone. And we also got some biscuits, so we'll see how the breading on its own works out. Otherwise, we'll maybe mix in some of their biscuits in with the coating in order to get that nice crust. Where are we starting tonight? Let's start with making our tortilla dough for our burrito. And since I'm making the flour tortillas and I have this lovely large flat cast iron piece to use on the stove, we're not going to make traditional burrito size tortillas tonight. So we got approximately 2 cups there. I don't want to use that for this. Hidden all the way down here. Yeah, I'm trying. It's such a nice gift. So that was a little bit of lard there, about 2 tablespoons of lard that I rendered off of the pig. And let's see what else we want to throw in here. A little baking powder, because we want to get some bubbling action going on, but we're not doing yeast. So add a little bit of this new can of baking powder if I can get the lid up. And some water, but we're going to work that fat in there first. Welcome in the Shadow Path. I sort of measured. Or are you talking the tablespoons? I mean, this is roughly a tablespoon, so it's we're basically working down any of those last lumps of fat like you would with biscuits and making sure they're all crumbled up inside of all this. And how much water we need here. Around 3/4 of a cup. Hey, car guy. Yep, fried chicken tonight. Comida. Yeah, I did, car guy. I started off with the wrong title. I realized that. It should have updated now. Trying to mash in those last little bits of flour there so we can switch over to the board here. No worries, Leo. Oops. Not supposed to slide. Stay still. You know what these also could probably use that I didn't put in here? Everything could use? Bit of salt. Nice. Yeah, it's been a minute since I had some ice cream. I considered doing ice cream for this, and then I saw that KFC actually did a fried chicken ice cream at one point. It was alright, Leozio. It's been raining all day, so it's been sort of dreary and meh. Yeah, but strangely been awake most of the day at the same time, Leozio. Yep, we're making a chicken cheesecake. So I think we're there with this. We don't really need to knead this too much. We're mostly just making it into this nice smooth ball. And this, we don't need to let it rest, but it's going to be better letting it rest. So I'm going to let this rest. That's why I did it first thing, get it out of the way. Don't have to worry it again until we make our things. I'm actually only going to make 2 tortillas out of this. We're going to make 2 burrito tortillas. Just slice that down in half. Flatten them out this way. And then roll them out into large oblongs. So, this should be fun. I didn't grab any. I was going to grab some refried beans or something. I don't have any refried beans for with this. Nice, Leo. It's alright. I think we'll be okay with guacamole, salsa, rice, chicken. Oh, this will work for holding our dough. Set that up over there. Clean our board off again. What is classic? I was just touching on that earlier. I mean, yeah, you could probably look up, say, a classic recipe, but you're still interpreting it with a modern mindset, and, you know, the things that we have available to us at the store are not what we had available back then. You know I have, car guy. Okay, so we got that covered. I think let's make some guacamole. And it's a classic recipe. A lot of people proud of their own version of fried chicken. I'm sure KFC is proud of theirs. Which, it's the first time I actually went there this year. Or, certainly the first time I've been there this year, but I didn't go at all last year. Started cutting this without thinking what I'm using it for. That. Okay. So I am going to sort of dice these. This isn't a proper dice. I don't consider this a proper dice. This is sort of my lazy dice, where I just slice it through this way and then go that way. Well, I am going to get rid of the 2020 emote here relatively soon. Might give it the rest of this month, but that's going to be replaced with something here. I haven't decided whether it's going to be the Yum emote that I have in my Discord or maybe something else. This one's getting the eye twinging. Feeling this one. Trying to finish it out before it bothers my eyes, but the acid is strong with this one. And so we got bacon tomatoes, or bacon avocados tonight, which are just a thinner skinned, green skin avocado. So hopefully these guys are ripe. I'm not an expert at knowing when they're good or not. And they're not twisting off the... There we go. Didn't want to let go of that nut very well. It's one heck of a nut in this guy too. Or a seed. Not Bruin, sorry. Take that little bit of seed skin out of there. It's actually got a little bit of a membrane going on there. My garden didn't turn out all that great last year. I did have one though. Do have a couple of lemons out there on my dwarf lemon tree too. This thing does have a considerably thinner skin to it. You can start another tree with it, Huberman. I'm not sure on its edibility. I know it's pretty hard and probably doesn't taste all that great. It's probably bitter as all get out. But whether you could turn it into a flower or something, I don't know. Yep, car guy. Those are what hush puppies are. You guys still have Long John Silvers around you? I don't have any around me here. Had them around when I was a kid. I think it's been a good 10 years or so since I've been in one, though. Don't want the skin. Don't want the skin. I don't want the skin. Maybe some of you want the skin, I don't know. We all taste differently. It just doesn't want to release from the skin at all. It's good attached to the skin. Hey, Superman. We know all know RGB leads to more wins. Yeah, that's another place I've been. It's been a while. I thought all of those closed. They haven't been around for a long time, as far as I knew. Then again, it's not like Ponderosa's could be a different from the chain or something, or an imitation or something. I don't know, it's been so long since I've been to Ponderosa. I was probably so young when I was there. I want to say it's sort of like a Ryan Steakhouse or something like that, where you go in and you buy your over to tenderized piece of steak, and then there's a giant buffet to go with it. Or Sizzlers, yeah, like Sizzlers too. Want to say it's like that. At least that's my memory of the place. I believe Ryan's and Sizzlers are the same thing. But essentially they're a buffet where you can order other dishes with it. And they label themselves as steakhouse. Oh, and kept all the skin from that seed in there. Like I said before, I'm not familiar with this variety of avocado before. I'm sort of trying it out as something different. But it is a thinner skinned type of avocado. I'm scraping stuff into that bowl when I shouldn't be. Alright, so there we go with that. See if we can't get this one to pull out with the seed. Nope. Interesting looking seed there, though. Hey, Miss Lisa Face, how you doing tonight? I may not. I haven't tried them at all. I don't even know if they're any good. But I was more saying that because these aren't feeling all that perfectly ripe. But I don't know what is perfectly ripe for this avocado either. It could run a little bit harder to peel and harder to come out. And I mean, that's typically the veggies that you don't find at the supermarket a lot are the ones that are harder to use. So they don't sell. They want those Honeycrisp apples that everyone knows. Not quite sure what you're talking about, Carrie. Still talking restaurants, or is that some sort of dish, or something else? Talking pig? I've done a pig. No, I can't say that I recall Squealers. Sounds like a barbecue joint. Fermented green beans. That's an interesting choice of time to do those. You just get them cheap at the store or something? Now that I've spent half an hour doing 2 avocados. Actually, is our battle ready? Not quite. Or maybe it is. Let's see. Yeah, let's do our battle. I can't hear anything tonight, so I apologize for that. Victory! Congrats, the Shadow Path. The Musketeer scroll, the Shadow Path with the most kills, and Seor with assists. On to the loyalty battle. My face will rinse off here. Get all the sweat off of it there. Okay, so I'm gonna save the rest of this onion for some other project in the near future. Actually, that's a bit much onion in there. Fine, to go on top of there. Be difficult. Lemons or limes. Where are those hidden? They're up here now. Yep. Gonna do the crispy skin for the crust. And I'm debating maybe mixing a little of the chicken in with the cheesecake filling. Why not? It's a rather neutral flavor anyways. It could be warehouses. I'm wondering what happened to my... Oh, it's probably in the fridge. Oh, the texture is worrisome, but I don't think I have to worry too much about that. The way I was thinking of doing it. Housewares works too. Yeah, this is definitely a store-bought tomato. That's the time of year. Don't even really have hothouse tomatoes this time of year here. They're all coming from Mexico this time of year, for the most part. Fan of emotes myself there, Uberman. Okay. Cilantro and where'd you go? There you are. Jalapeno and cilantro. So, jalapeno on steroids there. I grabbed the largest one in the bin, but literally cutting this like it's a bell pepper right now. I was just talking about how huge it was. No worries, chili music. Welcome in. Just sort of getting started. I made a simple tortilla dough. And we're working on making some guacamole. Next we'll get our rice going. Yeah, Leo Zoo, that's... Shouldn't go to the bathroom without washing my hands here either, but I think I got most of that off my hand rinsing it off earlier. Hey, Tahiti lady. Where did I got rid of the paper bag, of course. Save cilantro for a rainy day. Other than today. I was just kidding about the LED, by the way. Uberman, I'm happy you're getting your life and house situated. So we're going to let that hang out. Okay. Rice. Clean up in rice. Thank you for that sub, Not Prunes. Appreciate that. Living. You can overpower. You can break a circuit pretty easy. I break the circuit over here on this wall every once in a blue moon. I'm apparently stressing that with my microwave. Okay, so rice. Cheekum. Now, I guess the official, like, Japanese style version of this uses original and doesn't use tenders. But I'm cheating not to have to deal with bones. And it's extra crispy chicken night, so we're using extra crispy. Nice, said Mama Bear. Glad it worked out for you. I'm gonna do a cup of basmati here tonight. It's been a decent day, Uberman. Even though I was saying it's been raining here most of the day. A Christmas food there. That's interesting. That actually surprises me. Nope, we're not there yet, Mama Bear. We're actually just sort of getting started. We got some guacamole done up. That's hanging out for a little bit and getting to know each other. We got some tortilla dough made up. Tortilla dough will be... I'm going to do some big tortillas tonight for royal burrito tortillas tonight. I was going to rinse this. You always want to rinse your rice first. Nice, no perns. So we got our cup of rinsed rice there. Our chicken. And this is also traditionally done in your like rice maker or your hot pot. But I don't have either of those, so we're doing it traditional rice style. And we're adding water to that. Last thing is a little bit of soy sauce. Instead of salt. So we'll bring that up to a boil. See what that's like. I need to get stuff out softening. I didn't think to get stuff out for my cheesecake tonight. Dope. That ought to be enough. We're only doing a small guy. Okay. Next, we're gonna strip the skin off of a couple of these guys to use it for our crust. And so if you get a little bit of chicken in there, that's fine, but the idea is we want mostly this breading. See, like that's perfect. It's all skin and breading in there. Nice prune. The next Instagram meal will be on later tonight, after I finish all this up. I was delaying Instagram here with the week of dinners because I'm trying to keep the Wednesday dinners every third photo. So if you notice, all the food challenges all line up on my Instagram page. They're all straight up and down in one line. And so I was skipping a couple of them this week when I was doing them regular. I'm putting them on stories or on fleets or on actual tweets, or I'm still putting them out there. I'm just not putting them on my main like Instagram feed. Went and got my hands all wet again. That's not great for stripping this. Switching between my hands being too wet and my hands being too greasy. Sorry, KFC, it's somewhat greasy. It's fried chicken. Okay, I think that should probably be enough here for our crust. So we'll give this a chop up. I guess I could have put this in a blender, or if you got a food processor, and pulse it up nice. But we're trying to get this nice and pulsed up. I think I'm going to add a little bit of biscuit to that. Help bind it a little bit. Man, that thing is just air. Hey, there's some rice cooking behind me. Okay. So we'll mix these together. Need a bowl for this now. Why didn't that give it to you, Leo? Or did you not get, did you not enter scramble at the right time? Eating the scraps. A little bit of that. A little bit of sugar. Battle. Time for another battle. Once I can figure out how to get some sugar out. Wow. Such a project tonight. Had like 5 things in front of it. A little bit of that action. And let's give that a stir up before that butter completely soaks into just that one spot. Okay. Battle. Let us do battle. Head Mama Bear sweeping up, getting 6 of those kills, and QNS2 getting the assists. Head Mama Bear in the Shadow Path with some golden scrolls. Congrats, guys. So let's see what we got here. We got something we can pack in there. I think we do. So we got my cutesy little mold here. Or my cutesy little spring form I got for the holidays. We're going to take some of that crust, just press that into the form here. Do the same for the sides. There we go. Worked out pretty good there. That was almost perfect. Let's throw all that in there. Work the last of it in there. didn't it? Thanks, Superman. Go back to the same bowl here. Give it a quick dry down. Need that, and I don't know if I'm gonna. I guess I'll go with that. Gonna use not a whole can of this tonight, obviously, for that small little thing. Got some stickage going on the bottom of this can. It just doesn't want to come out. It's like it's almost like starting to crystallize on bottom. It's thicker than the rest. I mean, it's way thicker than the rest. Thinking of doing 4 tablespoons. I knocked down to 3. Don't say I never try to be healthy. The rest of you can go in one of these too. Should have saved that blue bowl. Because I need this melted too. I've made meat on stream here several times, Uber. I've actually got some meat that I bottled up, a sizer. When did I do that? Early in December? And I also made another one last year. Started in October last year and finished it in January last year. That one's still around too. And then I've got some really old meads I made back when I was in like college. That are still kicking around, that are probably beyond their best by date. But I pulled those out here and then. Apple butter ones that I've tried since then haven't been that bad, but they're apple butter. They're a sweet mead to begin with, and it's just all sugar. So it's thank you, Tahiti lady. Give me a moment, I'll grab my glass here. I haven't started in on water tonight. Let me have my water. Why is everything in the way tonight? Yeah. Cheers. Using the fork to break it up a little bit here initially. I'm going to switch to the whisk here. Make sure it gets all whipped together. If you got one, it's obviously stand mixer time here. A little melted butter. Gives it a nice shine, nice sheen. Add a little vanilla extract. No, I haven't, Wolfie. I haven't tried fried butter either. That's one of those state fair things. A little vanilla, Maybe a little whiskey if you got it around. What else is there? Maybe a little lemon if you got it. I think I'm going to skip that. Come on, let's work, mouse. Yep, that's it. So there's our cheesecake mix. Make sure that it's all well whipped. Add a pinch of salt, add a pinch of sugar. Actually, let's do a little bit more sugar. Not a ton though, because we don't get it to get grainy with the sugar. And we'll fill our cheesecake. I'm calling this a cheesecake, but it's very obviously a no-bake cheesecake recipe here. That's pretty good for eyeballing it. I mean, I completely just guessed at measurements there. It's cheesesteak. Yeah. I think that's going to be awesome. I was debating putting chicken like in the base, and I decided not to. I think it's going to be tasty just like that. I'm going to throw that in the fridge to allow it to set up a little bit before we do a final reveal on that. Maybe I'll just throw it in there with the... Awesome. Thank you, Hooverman. Okay. We got that set. We got that set. I think it's time to roll out some tortillas for our burritos. You just got to go over here now. So we got our dough here. You put a bit more flour over here. Move our chicken bin up there. Sorry for those with the headphones and squeaking there. That was the KFC sauce they sent me with my food. So this guy, I'm just going to have him. We're going to make 2 big burritos. I'm sure we got a mix of people in here doing a little bit of everything. I don't use headphones a ton. I use them whenever I'm doing Zoom or something like that, but I live alone, so it's not like I'm offending someone with what I'm listening to. Biggest worry I have are my neighbors in that sense. Evening, Suki. So we're making some real burrito tortillas here tonight. You're watching what I'm doing here. Turn the flame on here on both sides, the back and the front. Do apologize, I do have to do this on the far side of the range because I have my better burners on that side. Nice. Don't even know if that guy's gonna fit on there. We'll see what we can do. Obviously not there yet. Gonna have to wait a moment here for that to finish warming up. So I don't know, have you guys familiar with KFC sauce? I don't think I've ever tried KFC sauce. It's almost like orange. Oh, that's got some sweetness to it. That's like a sweet and sour sauce almost. It's got some mustard to it. It's got some vinegar or acidity to it. And it's just really sweet. I have a photo from... I must have been making fun of it, but I came across it actually the other night in my missed photos of just random photos that I've used for memes or whatever for the years. And I have a picture of KFC hot sauce with the ingredients being hot sauce. And so obviously they were mixing someone else's hot sauce with a couple extra seasonings of their own and naming it their own. Let's see how our giant tortilla works out here. Oh, sorry, I'm not giving you a good view of what's going on there. Tore it a little bit there in the corner. Wanted to fold underneath itself here. Couple good guesses there. Now we're starting to bubble a little bit. Not really, Huberman. I've never been a huge KFC guy. Growing up, they didn't really have all the tenders and stuff like that when I was a kid. I mean, they were around, but they weren't really, you can get tenders for the same price sort of a thing. So it was all with bones. And as a kid, I never liked dealing with chicken with bones in it. And so I always was like, no, I don't want that. I pretty much avoided all chicken with bones in it when I was a kid. That said, my mom still regularly made chicken. Demira. Sugar. Yeah, I just didn't like dealing with it, and I didn't like getting my hands all dirty, and I enjoy it much more as an adult now, but as a kid, it wasn't my thing. Only chicken wings? Yeah, I'm still not huge into chicken wings. I've done them a couple of times. I did them on stream, like, May-ish last year. But, usually the wings with me, they just end up making their way into the stock pot. see what we get here with my massive burrito rolls. Let's roll out this second one here while we're waiting on that first one to just finish up. It's pretty close there. Bottle. Let me finish up this, pull this tortilla off of the flame, give this guy a little more of a roll, and we'll do our battle. There we go. There is our first tortilla. Nice and hot. Let's do our battle. Victory! Shadow Path with the kills. Q1S2 with the assists. You guys both getting some scrolls there for your successes. I get some scrolls from my successes. Thank you guys. All right, so let's do our second burrito tortilla. Already losing some of our temp there. So why don't we make this guy up here real quick. We got some of our fried chicken tenders. We're going to need some of our salsa. Got some leftover tomatillo salsa. Some of our guac. some of our rice, which I almost forgot. We have our KFC rice, which you can just sort of mash that chicken in there at this point. But we mostly want the rice with our tortilla, our burrito. Soak up some of that juice. A little too long on that one. We will survive, though. I am not a burrito folding expert here. Grab a photo of this deliciousness. Pull this off of the flame so it doesn't completely burn up on us. You want some cheese, Charlene? I can shred some cheese. Why don't we go crazy with this second one? How did I know that was going to happen? Silly, silly fire alarm. Shut up! Shut up! Am I getting both of these off? No, it's just repeating in my ear. Exact same thing as happened last time. The second I go and turn the mic off, it shuts up. Ugh. No, someone just forgot to close their bedroom door so that the smoke didn't set the alarm off. Ugh. Okay, we got that done. Now let's properly do this rice up. I sort of quick mashed that before, but this chicken is all like shreddable. Oh, that would probably be good too, huh? So this is our KFC Japanese rice. That's actually better than I expected it to be. Wow. That's surprisingly good. Like, you expect it to be chicken and rice. I mean, it's nothing. It's exactly what you expect it to be, but it just penetrates the flavor so well. You get that KFC flavor throughout that rice. That's a good meal just by itself, right there, guys. So let's give this guy a little bit of a warm up. Alright, so we got Mr. Toasty here for number 2. You wanted cheese? There's some cheese. Just a little. Little pepper jack. Croissant. More like Burning Man. I'm gonna go a little nuts here. Why not? Throwing a little KFC sauce. It's supposed to go with the tenders. Don't split open me. You already did a little bit. So, last couple of things here to go. We gotta plate our dessert here. And then I think we have some sort of like sweepstakes or something. Anyone hear anything about that? Well, if you haven't heard about it, I'm giving away a $25 gift card tonight to Amazon using sprinkles. I haven't started it yet, but we're going to have a 5-minute giveaway raffle here. And why don't we actually start that up right now, since it's going to be 5 minutes. Have you checked in already, Huberman, today? Let's see who all we have in chat, how many people we got in chat right now. Yeah, we don't have a ton of people, so I think I'm going to actually lower the cost down for you guys. We're still going to leave it, max of 10 tickets. But we're going to reduce it from 100 to 50 sprinkles here. So that should be in chat there. Nice. And you can enter once for up to 10 times there. Each time taking your sprinkles away. Oh! That ain't supposed to be going like that. Let's try that again. Yep, so I got Charlene Tahiti. I got Leo Zio there. And let's see, let's do this on a white plate. Yep, you can wait. You can feel free to enter multiple times if you have more than 50 sprinkles. There will be future things to use your sprinkles for, so you don't have to feel obligated to use them all right tonight. I will say tonight's probably one of your better odds for doing better, though. Nice, and the numbers do seem to be working. I didn't know if that would work. I didn't want to say it would work. Yeah, and so we got our mini KFC cheesecake. Move our burritos out of the way. Try and get something in here that I can get some. Work with my knife. There we go. Need this burrito out of the photo. You're gonna do a max of 10. Tahiti Lady, right now it's 7. I don't know that it's... I'm using Mix It Up Bot, which is a former Mixer program, and they've modified it here for Twitch, but a lot of the old commands and stuff were designed to work with Mixer's whispers, and so I think this was designed to whisper you when you entered it and stuff like that, and they just haven't gotten a way to do that with Twitch's messaging system. Isn't nearly as nice in my opinion. And there it goes. It fired. Congrats, Tahiti Lady. I will get with you. I think you're in Discord. I'll either whisper you or on Twitch or Discord here. I'll get with you on that. I haven't actually bought it yet. So I will deal with that tonight after the stream. Congratulations. Thank you everyone for joining in tonight. Let's see what we can do as far as a raid here. I'm going to enjoy this delicious burrito. And I'm actually... that's set up pretty well. Thank you, Huberman. You want me to cut it? Let's cut it. It's not gonna... it's a cheesecake, so it's not gonna cut perfect pretty. Actually, I got a plate underneath it. I don't need that. You just need to slide it off. Yeah, you'll work for that. Slide. No. Oh. That's a royal disaster that's going to taste delicious. Let's try it with all the chicken inside. Actually, the dairy in this, or the cheese, is sort of overpowering. I'm getting a little bit of the like seasoning in the aftertaste, but it's mostly in the background. That actually works pretty well. I mean, it's right there with... Yeah, I mean, it's just like adding a little sugar and vanilla to your chicken in there. With the cheese and all that deliciousness. Oh, yeah. So that's delicious. It's sort of ugly after I tried to deplate it, but the major thing that stops me from doing that, Huberman, is I don't like doing video editing. And I don't want to do video editing. So I haven't excluded the idea that I might get someone to help me with video editing in the future. I do record. I have over a year of past streams recorded on hard disk here at home. So there is that. Who are we going to give a raid to tonight? Who are we going to say hello to tonight? Why don't we go see him? It's been a minute since we've seen him. Come on, there we go. Gonna send you guys off to hang out with Chef DeParty tonight. He is making dishes from HelloFresh, and is always a fun and interesting stream as well. I hope you guys have some fun hanging out with him. I had fun doing KFC chicken tonight. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Congrats once again on Tahiti Lady and you winning the gift card. I do plan on doing... I'm not 100% sure if I want to continue doing giveaways on the 500, 1,000, that sort of a thing. But there are more things coming up here with sprinkles that you guys can join in. And it's not all just going to be giveaways. It's going to be some other fun stuff to work with and chat and that sort of a thing. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow. And the next day.